So my name is Arnaud Zacharie. I'm an ambassador of the Executive Master on Sustainability Transformation, and I'm going to speak about the challenges of the green transformation.
What is your perception of the progress achieved today in Belgium so far?
Well, the green transformation of the Belgian, the European, and more broadly the global economy has started and is accelerating in recent years, especially in Europe with the adoption of the Green Deal. But the process is still in its infancy and needs to be accelerated if all economic sectors are to be made sustainable and climate goals are to be met. We have lost a lot of time during the last few decades. The CO2 concentration in the atmosphere is at an all-time high. The greenhouse gas emissions have continued to rise. The erosion of biodiversity is putting our ecosystems at risk, and at the same time, global inequality have increased during the pandemic, and the war in Ukraine is aggravating the crisis of multilateralism, whereas only a strengthening of the multilateralism is able to provide effective response to global changes in an interdependent world. So overall, we are moving in the right direction, but far too slowly, and after losing a lot of time. And we have no time to lose, because the most significant part of the transformation must be accomplished in the next 10 years. So I think that we are on the verge of a green transformation that affects all the economic sectors, but also all the governments and more broadly, all the citizens of the world. In other words, the green transformation is a new industrial revolution. We need to transform our energy system, our food systems, our cities, our homes, our heating systems, our mobility, our industrial processes, and more broadly, our production and consumption patterns. And we are only at the beginning of this transformation.
What are the hurdles we need to remove to boost the change?
Well, I identify three major obstacles to green transformation. And first of all, the lack of political will. Either certain political parties, conservative political forces are not able to adapt their software. They just want to continue doing what they have always done. And other nationalists and far-right parties are simply against the green transformation, against the ecological transition. The second obstacle is the business-as-usual syndrome. Companies are caught up in a race for competitiveness that prevents them from adapting. It is especially true for oil and gas companies that are using soaring prices and fears of supply disruptions to strengthen their position and to push governments to take decisions that could have disastrous consequences for the climate. They are flush with cash and they can invest in short-term extraction and longer-term exploration projects that could keep them in the fossil fuel business for decades. The major part of the known fossil fuel reserves available in our basements must be left untapped. And it's a huge challenge, because it means that very powerful companies should give up huge short-term profits in the name of the general interest. So I think that it's not possible without a public policy that regulate the market. And so it's important to have the political will. And finally, the third obstacle is the lack of international solidarity. Developing countries do not have sufficient fiscal space to finance their green transformation. And without the participation of developing countries, and it means the majority of the world population, the green transformation is not possible. That's why international solidarity is in the interest of rich countries. We need to ensure that developing countries can benefit from the necessary means and technology to implement the green transformation. So we need to strengthen international solidarity. Without international solidarity, we will not succeed.
You accepted to be the ambassador of the first executive master in sustainability transformation in Belgium. Thank you very much for this honor. May I ask you, why did you accept it?
Firstly, because I was honored to be asked to sponsor such a master's degree, the first executive master on sustainable development in Belgium. The green transformation must involve all the sectors of the society, but academic world has a major role to play because the development and sharing of knowledge is a key factor for success. And I think that the key word is interdisciplinarity, because to understand the complexity of the changing world and to implement the green transformation, we need climate scientists, we need economists, we need sociologists, agronomists, we need architects, engineers, and many other disciplines. But each of these specialties is not able to understand the complexity of the changing world on its own. So we need to articulate, share, disseminate the knowledge. We need to break out of the knowledge silos, the academic tribes, and a master degree is an effective way of offering an academic training, enabling an adult public to adapt their skills to the green transformation.
How relevant do you think this program is?
It is important because it offers an academic training that enables students to adapt their skills to the needs of the green transformation. And we need to adapt the skills, the jobs, the knowledge to green transformation. And it is not possible without investing in training. It's a key factor for success that is often underestimated by policymakers, because without the human resources, with the needed skills, it's not possible to implement the green transformation.
How relevant do you think the role of a business school is?
The role of a business school is crucial because it's from the academic world that the worldviews that determine of way of living in society are formed. And during the last few decades, the dominant economic thinking has promoted a model of society based on a race for unlimited profits. And it's time to change priorities and give the sustainability of our societies the importance it deserves.
You're the General Secretary here. Would you tell us more about the role of your organization, the general transformation of our society and economy?
The CNCD 11-11-11 is the umbrella organization of the Belgian NGOs. And as such, it plays a major role on sustainable development in three major areas. First, in raising the awareness of the Belgian public about the sustainable development issues. Second, in political advocacy to encourage policymakers to take decisions consistent with the sustainable development goals. And finally, in financing more than 200 sustainable development projects in some 40 developing countries, including the most poorest in the world. I think it's crucial to take into account the social dimension of the green transformation, because the green transformation is not possible without the support of the majority of the population. So without solidarity, we will not succeed.
And lastly, as an individual, how engaged are you to drive positive change?
Personally, I've been committed to sustainable development for 25 years, both through my work at CNCD and through my academic work. Early on, I questioned the single-minded economic policy leading to an unsustainable, unequal and unstable international system. I have published more than 20 books on the issues of ecological and social transition, the regulation of globalization, the financing of sustainable development. And I believe that if climate change is a huge constraint, a difficult challenge to meet, it's also an opportunity, an opportunity to reduce inequalities, both within and between countries, an opportunity to strengthen the solidarity between the generations, an opportunity to clean the air of our cities and to improve the health of the most vulnerable, an opportunity to create new green jobs and to reinvent our social protection. So that's why I've been committed to sustainable development for a long time, why I'm pleased to be an ambassador of the first executive master on sustainable development in Belgium.